Good morning to you and happy Christmas Eve. We continue with blizzard-like conditions near Lake Superior, so please avoid travel if you're in the northern counties near Lake Superior for today, extending through this evening. Blowing and drifting snow could easily make it very difficult to travel in a lot of the back roads. The main roads and the main highways are in decent shape because of road crews clearing it out during the overnight hours, so kind of decent in those places, but you could easily encounter occasional whiteout conditions on some of those main highways for today and even a lot of the back roads as well. Wind gusts throughout the morning hours have exceeded 50 to 55 miles per hour near Lake Superior, and we're even seeing some of the stronger winds filter into the south and western areas of the UP with gusts pushing near 40 miles per hour for some folks along the Wisconsin state line. Wind speeds this morning near Lake Superior in excess of 30 miles per hour to near 45 miles per hour in some places. So again, the strongest winds have been near Lake Superior, and that's where it's going to continue to be at throughout the course of the day. With that wind being in place and the fine type of powdery snow that we're still seeing some limited visibilities, especially in the western areas of the UP. Visibility is easily down to half of a mile, but you could easily encounter some spots where you could see visibilities drop down to about a quarter of a mile, especially across the west and the eastern areas of the UP. As far as power outages with those winds, not a whole lot during the overnight hours. A few here or there within Marquette County, at times up to about 76. Now, as of this morning, around 74 power outages reported in Marquette County, and then the higher outages have been reported in the eastern UP. Chippewa County, around 1,700 power outages, and near 50 power outages over at Mackinac County this morning. Now, as far as winds and what we're going to see for the remainder of the day and the evening with those strong winds, it's basically going to continue with what we're seeing this morning all the way through the evening hours. So winds still going to be out of the northwest and gusting around 40 to 55 miles per hour along Lake Superior. It is not out of the question to have 60 to 65 mile per hour isolated wind gusts near Lake Superior, right on the shoreline there throughout the course of the day. Strongest winds there, and then for areas south in those southern counties, winds will gust around 40 to 45 miles per hour, and then we'll start to see it decrease in strength. So by tomorrow morning, a whole different story for us, and then throughout the course of the day. Check it out. This is tomorrow afternoon and evening. By about 6 o'clock, wind gusts will be ranging around 25 miles per hour. So a whole different story for us in a matter of 24 hours. But in the meantime, the snow and the wind will continue to blow throughout the course of the day. That's the look downtown Marquette. It's all because of this area of low pressure that's moving out of Ontario up into Quebec ever so slowly. We've seen the pressure increase with this, and that's allowed those winds to increase as well. So this is going to continue to gradually shift north and northeast. So basically a whole day of these impacts. Now, as far as snow, we've seen lake enhanced snow, and that's what's going to continue today. Areas in the interior west seeing some of that snow, and then especially for the eastern counties, Alger and parts of northern Schoolcraft County seeing more of this moderate to heavy snow. So travel near Lake Superior will be dicey, even though that a lot of the road crews and a lot of those main highways are in decent shape as far as snow cover. Most of those have been cleared out, but it's the blowing snow that'll be a big factor for us throughout the course of the day. So Alger County, as per usual, dealing with that more moderate to heavy snow and those stronger winds. Please be careful as you get out and about if you have to do so near Lake Superior. That's why the blizzard warnings are still going to be in place through 7 o'clock this evening, and winter storm warnings for the pink highlighted counties. Now, the counties in the south were downgraded yesterday. Parts of Dickinson and Menominee counties down to a winter weather advisory because the impacts there aren't going to be that great. And even though it's going to be quite windy in our southern areas, they don't really have the potential for dealing with the occasional whiteout conditions in those areas. Now, as far as your future clouds and radar and what we're going to see with the snow, we're going to still have lake enhanced snow in the very same areas that we've seen in the last 12 hours. It could even increase in some of the higher elevations. So we'll put this here into motion for you. This is about midday today. Again, mainly the interior west and the eastern counties of the UP have big impact from this lake enhanced snow. This is 5 o'clock this afternoon. So say if you're south of Marquette County, as I mentioned, parts of Iron, Dickinson and Menominee counties, not going to be of a huge impact with the snow. Then here we go by tomorrow morning, Christmas morning, most of that snow tapering off. We are, yes, still going to have some light snow right near Lake Superior, but all in all, we are pretty much in the clear by that point in time. And the remainder of Christmas Day looks decent. We could even have some pockets of sunshine. Still going to be a touch on the breezy side with some isolated snow showers, but that's basically it. Now, additional snowfall amounts for today extending through tonight. Most areas around 8 inches of snow in the west and east, but could exceed a foot of snow in some isolated locations. Now, the farther south you go, say south of Gwinn, immediately there's going to be a big drop off with potential snowfall amounts. The range is there easily 4 to 7 inches, and then about 1 to 3 inches in parts of northern Dickinson County, southern Marquette County. Not going to be a huge impact for additional snowfall amounts for folks along the Wisconsin state line for today through tonight. The other factor to this and those strong winds and that colder air is it just doesn't feel great outside. Wind chill readings are still going to be ranging anywhere from the teens to 20s below zero throughout the course of the day, especially along the Wisconsin state line. Single numbers below zero to teens below zero across the eastern counties of the UP. And it's still going to feel quite cold tomorrow, but at least tomorrow it's not going to be as windy, and so that's good news for us. As we look ahead towards next week, it's still going to be cold to kick off the new work week, and then it looks like we have a gradual warm up by the end of next week. Check this out. This video was sent in by Sue. She took this video yesterday evening over at Calumet Township, and you can see how high that snow drift is there. That is looks to be at least a 3 to potentially near 4 foot snow drift in some of those places. So please be on the lookout for some of those higher snow drifts, especially in neighborhood roads, back roads. Most road crews are really just maintaining the big highways. Now, please share your pictures and videos with us of what you've been experiencing. We'd love to see, how much snow you ended up with, what the conditions are like or were like in your area. And all you have to do is go to uppermichigansource.com and upload your content to our website, and you can potentially see it on air. In the meantime, please take care over the next 24 hours and have a very Merry Christmas or a happy holiday.